Man, you know what I'm about to do. We about to get straight into the video, and we're not playing fair.
I was sitting in my front room watching
Yes.
TV, and all I heard 4 or 5 shots, bam, 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 about 4 or 5 times.
Somebody just killed my son for no reason.
In moments like these,
Is that true?
we need to come together.
Is that true?
As a community.
They shot his son for no reason?
And support
Let's
for
see.
one another.
Put the guns down. No more violence.
It's really sad. It's upsetting sad.
August 9th, 2023.
If y'all hear some thunder, it's raining outside. I'm sorry.
It was 3 p.m. when 911 began receiving calls in the small city
Why do I
of
feel like my
Franklin,
shit-
Virginia. Gunfire had erupted in the 300 block of Otter Street, a short dead end with some upkept and some rundown homes. Police would arrive on scene locating an unresponsive 10-year-old boy who'd been shot at one house and a 37-year-old male who'd been shot at another. While securing the crime scene, the fire department began life-saving aid while transporting the victims to a hospital 7 minutes away. The 37-year-old would then be life-flighted to another hospital. The 10-year-old Lamar J. Holden would never wake up. Investigators would speak with witnesses.
Oh, snap. My bad. My bad. I take that back. I take that back. I didn't know it was a 10-year-old boy. Oh my gosh.
The scene who stated 4 people arrived at the home of an adult male. A woman inside the home yelled for the 5 children playing outside to get inside.
Dang.
An altercation broke out between her husband and the 4 people that pulled up.
Oh.
That's when one of them drew a gun and opened fire. 10-year-old Lamar J. Holden, a neighbor who'd been playing with the kids at the home, had ran inside with the rest of them. He was peeking out the blinds to see what was going on when he was shot in the head.
Man, it's not right out here, boy. Yo was peeking. Just so happened the bullet came through that window at that point of time. That is wild.
Body fell limp against the front door. The woman opened the door, and Lamar J. collapsed on the front porch, unresponsive. One of the boy's relatives would pick his limp body up off the porch, running into his own home, to his own family, where EMS later found him.
Wow.
Witnesses would speak with investigators providing descriptions of the shooter, and officers would eventually identify the killer as 24-year-old Tashonda Drayton, who's also known as the rapper 23 Brazy. Warrants would go out for the big body 5'11", 250-pound female on charges of first-degree murder, attempted murder, malicious wounding, shooting into an occupied dwelling, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, threat to burn or damage a building, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and discharging a firearm in a public space.
Bro, this what I want to be understanding. Like, we got all these guns out here and shit, man. What is the best outcome that you really got in your mind that's going to happen? Pretty much, soon as you think of, oh, I'm going to need your help to do this, or I'm going to need somebody's help. Soon as you think like that, bro, you don't need to do it. Because I don't give a hell, man. Somebody get 23 years over some shit that they were just coming to help you with. Bro, ain't a lot of people that's going to be like, I'm going to help my dog out and stick through that. It ain't a lot of people that's going to deal with that. It ain't a lot of people that's going to deal with that. So I was like, because it looked like it's something on my camera. But, man, this damn fly trying to get some views too.
Come to find out, 23 Brazy was out on bail at the time of the shooting.
Oh, she didn't
Days
care.
later,
She
U.S.
didn't care.
Marshals would announce a $5,000 reward that was quickly raised to $10,000 for information leading to her capture. She was to be considered armed and dangerous with ties to the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. By now, her face was all over the news, social media, and YouTube. Her Instagram would be taken down, comments on her music videos would be turned off, and the hunt was on to locate the child killer. It would become even more disturbing as lyrics found in one of her videos would describe spraying kids with gunfire.
Is you fucking for real?
4 months after the murder, the U.S. Marshals would yet again raise the reward, this time offering $20,000 to anyone with information leading to 23 Brazy's capture. The Marshals would state she's known to identify as a male and goes by the name Berlin Montrell and the nickname Punny. Come to find out, Punny 2 Brazy was her original rap name, and she would change it after the death of a close friend. Back in April of 2020, officers responded to a shooting where they found 23-year-old Stephen White III dead at the scene. Over 40 shell casings would be recovered, and the following day when medical examiners conducted an autopsy, they stopped counting the bullet wounds because there were so many.
Dang.
Stephen White III was known as 3 Brazy, and his death would be the birth of Brazy Gang, 3 World, and Punny's new name, 23 Brazy. Following his passing, 23 Brazy can be seen amongst family and friends showing love to 3, and her affiliation.
Bro, this is what I don't understand. Nigga don't even give a fuck. This motherfucker said spraying kids, and you in the music video. I'd have been like, if I heard the song, I'd have been like, bro, I'm not dancing in that song.
Point is clear. With the $20,000 reward out, U.S. Marshals would now state she has ties up and down the East Coast, from New York to Atlanta.
Damn.
And it's likely her affiliation is what the Marshals were referring to. What would come as a surprise was she wasn't in a different state. In fact, she was only 20 miles from where 10-year-old Lamar J died, and 10 months after his death, she'd be captured.
A Franklin fugitive on the run for nearly a year is caught by U.S. Marshals in Southampton County.
I'm at Brookside Square Apartments, where Tashonda Drayton was taken into custody after a 10-month manhunt. One woman who asked that we conceal her identity had just stepped out her door with a cup of coffee and was met with dozens of U.S. Marshals.
It was scary. It was very, very scary.
She watched in disbelief as Drayton was escorted away from the building.
There's a lot of children out here. And then the fact that, that they had her here.
It's a moment Senior Inspector Robert Bowers with the U.S. Marshals Service has waited for since August.
And then Drayton came to the top of the stairs and said she was coming out, and she said she had her hands up. And at that point, I visibly was able to see that it was Drayton.
On Tuesday, U.S. Marshals found Drayton hiding in an apartment directly across from the best friend's home.
U.S. Marshals would announce that despite a $20,000 reward, they didn't receive any credible tips. They believe a few people knew of 23 Brazy's whereabouts and that she stayed inside for months at a time without moving. Investigators spent countless hours surveilling the Brookside Square apartments in Southampton as they learned that's where 23 Brazy's best friend lived. And on June 18, 2024, Marshals knocked on an apartment unit's door, to which a female came out. Shortly after, 23 Brazy surrendered. Come to find out, she'd been living with a woman who later admitted she was 23 Brazy's cousin. It's believed her family had assisted her in hiding early on in the investigation, and at this time, no charges against the family have been filed for hiding the alleged child killer.
Well, you couldn't hang at none of them homeboys' houses. They know you out here killing kids. They couldn't hang at their house. You brought what? They say you brought four other people came with them.
With her capture a sure sign of relief for the victim's family, this is only the beginning of a case that may take years to finish. 23 Brazy is facing life in prison, as Virginia was the first southern state to abolish the death penalty. At trial, the family will have to relive the nightmare that took their 10-year-old boy, and 23 Brazy will have to plead her case. It appears clear that he wasn't the intended target, as she fired at a man while striking his home. But any legal gun owner understands he or she is not only responsible for the gun, but every bullet inside of it that's fired from it. 23 Brazy's actions then, along with running from the law, will likely see no remorse from a judge or jury. The fact that she removed all comments on YouTube but not her videos shows she still wants the fame. She just doesn't want the criticism. But all that 10-year-old boy wanted was to play outside.
Right.
We'll just have to wait and see how this case unfolds. I send my condolences to the victim's family and all of those affected by what happened. It's 1090 Jake.
Man, that is wild as heck. That is wild as heck. Like, that's so wild. I don't really even got nothing to say about that situation. Like, come on, bro. Like, please put your comment about him. Say RIP to that boy, that young man. I'm up here saying, like, he killed my son for nothing. I'm not even really looking at the title and shit. I'll just click on it. 1090 Jake. I know he be posting some good stuff. It's not to say somebody got killed, but I ain't even look at the age. 10-year-old boy. Rest in peace to that young man, man.